How are you all doing, folks? Hopefully you're not missing school too much. Hopefully haircut's not looking too bad. I know mine's looking fresh. Hopefully you've managed to get a haircut before we go. Who knew that we should have been looking for a toilet roll? We should have all been looking for a haircut just before this all happened, but never mind. I'm here today to introduce a new topic that I think we should all do. The topic's name is home. Now I did set it on some of the homework, and some of you seen it, some of you not. First thing I want to address is if you've not got a camera, that's not a problem. If you've not got a camera, there's nobody's going to be penalised, you won't lose marks. It's just, if you have got a camera, great, let's get some work done with that. If you haven't, I've set some other work for you, and you can be getting on with that, more annotation, more written work, which is still going to support your work. So the idea with home is that it will support all learners. So firstly, if you're in year 9, we've finished the movement project. The idea is that this is something that will help you with your new project, which is going to be Britain in Focus. Year 10, if you're doing Britain in Focus and you're doing that at home and it's going well, by all means just continue that. You don't have to do this, you can just continue on with doing Britain in Focus. However, if you want to do it, it'll fit really well with Britain in Focus because obviously you are in Britain, this is happening now, and what a better way to document what's going on. I would say that this is open to everybody. So people at other schools, people that you know, friends that you know, your family might want to do it. Maybe you've got somebody who would like to learn photography. Just share the video with them. There's no problem with everybody having a go at this. And it's just something to keep you entertained. Not just as a way to learn something. Now I just want to quickly just touch on that there's a lot of talk about being mentally healthy. Now, mental health usually has quite negative connotations, like, oh, people are sad, there's something wrong with them. But actually, we all need to improve our mental health. And this is a great way of doing it, because not only will you be able to explore your feelings and start to think about your world and your surroundings, but it's a reason to get up, it's something that you can complete, and it's something everybody can do on a daily basis. Being creative, it's a way just to keep your body and your mind all ticking over these strange times that we're in. Okay, so first thing then, we need to talk about, if we're going to do home, we always start with usually a mind map. What are our ideas and what possible things that we could do? So firstly, it's just to start the process, and you don't need to think of it straight away. It might be 2 or 3 weeks before you actually think, right, this is what I want to do. But the idea with home is, what way could we look at that? Home's a massive thing, and if you're trying to do it all at once, you might get a little bit confused and doing too much. Try and stick to one area of home and what that means to you. So the first and most obvious place is it's usually a house, flat, whatever, I don't know, tent, wherever you live. So how could we document that house? So there's a couple of artists that you could be looking at, but we'll come on to those later. It's more thinking about patterns, light, surfaces, looking at the objects that are around you and thinking about the actual building and how it's constructed and how it actually looks. The next most obvious thing is the people. A home is only a home once you put people inside of it. So your relationship with those other people that are in there. So start taking photos of people, sometimes without them necessarily knowing, which I know might not help the stability of your house at the moment, but it is a way to get some nice photos. But again, I'll come on with that later on. Would you rather do, when I'm saying this, are you thinking, oh, house, or are you thinking people? It's just an easy way for us all to get started. The next thing that I would want you to do is to start looking at our experiences as we go through these strange times. So maybe you could look at being locked in. What does that actually mean? So there's lots of things maybe with windows that you could do, that idea of being trapped that you could look. There's also maybe that idea of being, rather than locked in, being locked out, not being able to go outside. So what's those immediate surroundings? What can you see through windows? What can you see just outside? What's your garden like? Starting to look at nature. So that would be my third idea that I would look at. The last one is really you, and it's your experience. Have you got anything that you personally would do? Remember, personal photos always are the best because they come from you and it's you trying to say something. It's your experience, which is much, much more interesting than trying to copy other people's ideas. Be original, come up with your own experiences. So, where do we go from here? Right, so the first thing you need to do is you need to go and take some photos. Now, over the next few weeks, days, months, I'm hopefully going to put on more and more videos with artists and suggestions, things to try, things not to try, suggestions for things that won't work, things that will work, just creative ideas. However, what we want to do first is just jump in. And really, we know that this first lot of photos are going to be rubbish. They can be awful. That's brilliant, isn't it? Because you don't need to worry. There's no cost in this. Just take photos. Go out, take a boatload of photos. If they end up being rubbish, brilliant, because we know that from here we are going to get better. So if we know that we're going to get better, this first lot doesn't really matter. I mean, if we're talking about exams and grades, maybe we want them to be bad, because then we can show that personal growth that we're going to go through on this particular journey. So just start off, let's say 20 photos, just go clicking. The only thing that I would say to you at this particular point, please don't delete. Maybe you've got a phone that's not got a lot of storage on it, or a camera that's not got a lot of storage, and you're going to use in those important Snapchat photos or selfies. Well, you want to keep them, but not your schoolwork. Make sure that you are keeping as many of the photos as you possibly can. Could you save them on a USB? Can you transfer them somewhere? Is there some form of cloud storage that you could actually keep? That would really help. Take all the photos that you can. Don't just point and click at something and think, there we're done. I've taken a photo of that, one photo, that's all I needed. Take 10, 20 photos of everything that you can. Just at this stage, just to start you going. More photos that you take, more chance that you'll take a good photo. If you've got any good ideas, feel free to set up your own Instagram, although watch those privacy settings, and just make sure that you're looking at everything that you can possibly do. I'll see you next time.